The robot collects trash into its belly, then it compresses it tightly. Soon a small cube emerges. Finally, it's put into the storage container. Before it knows it, a building is piled up, but not everything gets recycled. For example, it thinks this mask is cool, so it puts it in its enlarged storage compartment. It also found a ring. Inside is a beautiful diamond, but it's useless to it, so it throws it away. Only the packaging box is left. It is the last garbage collection robot on Earth. Due to overdevelopment and pollution, Earth's atmosphere and ecosystem were destroyed. Industrial waste is everywhere. Humans took spaceships to live in space, leaving some robots to clean up the trash. In the end, only George remained, living alone for 700 years, and it gains self-awareness. After work, George returns home. It takes off its shoes before entering. Then it sorts out the things collected today. Watching humans holding hands on the screen, George feels very lonely. Unconsciously, it puts its own hands together, wishing someone could accompany it. It prepares food for its pet cockroach, Xiao Chang. Then it folds itself up and returns to its resting spot. Then it rocks like a child to fall asleep. Low battery wakes George up. It prepares to go out to work, but energy remains the shackle that restricts its life. It needs to go outside to sunbathe to recharge. George repeats its work seriously every day. Even a robot gets bored. Suddenly, it finds a small bean sprout. This is the first time it has seen a plant. George scoops it up and puts it in a small box. Soon, a small red dot catches its attention. It follows the red dot all the way, trying to catch it, unaware that danger has quietly arrived. By the time it reacts, it's too late. Fortunately, it dug a hole in time to escape. A spaceship lands on the ground. An egg-shaped object descends from the spaceship. It turns out to be another robot. George is captivated by it at first sight. It seems to be looking for something. Unexpectedly, it can also fly. George is extremely envious, but this is a hot-tempered robot. George shivers with fear, but for love, it still musters up the courage to follow. The cockroach next to it is also curious about the new robot, wanting to go forward to take a look. Unexpectedly, the cockroach interacts with the robot. George can't help laughing beside them, only to be discovered by the other robot. The robot goes up to ask for its identity, then uses a detector to scan and finds that it's a fellow robot, and turns around to go back to work. In the following days, George follows this robot every day, and stops doing its trash cleaning work, while the other party scans with a detector every day. George is curious about what it's looking for here. At night, the other party enters hibernation. George makes a doll like it and gives it as a gift, but the other party doesn't like the gift much. This robot's body is attracted by a magnet.